Yeah, we'll switch up decks after this. We might play Eldrazi, might play more Junsack, might play just some regular red-black and compare, contrast the two a little bit. I got some options. I guess we keep this on 6. I think I'll put back Dress Down. I think the Goblins match was round 2. It was kind of a weird league. Crop Duster 7 months, appreciate ya. Alright, Channeler on top. Eliza with the 20 pack, holy shit. And Tomaz with the 1 pack right above it, and Crop Duster 7 months. Almost missed those. Thanks, guys. Especially thank you to Eliza. Goodness gracious. Okay, playing against Rhinos. Our hand is bad. I guess I'm gonna take Charlotte's Agent and hope to find another discard spell. Wait, Prince is currently 4-0? Oh no! Oh wow. Of course. Of course Prince is currently 4-0. He can't script this stuff, man. This is crazy. Is Prince streaming? No, not live. Prince has been playing a lot of Mono Green Tron. Just keep an eye on that leaderboard, I guess. It might change any second now. Yeah, if I had waited, then I would be ahead on the leaderboard. I mean, it does at this point in the race, it doesn't really matter, right? Where like we're not gonna be, it's not gonna be decided by a tiebreaker at this point. It's gonna matter more at the very end. All right, 3/3 Shadow's pretty resilient in this matchup. Although it's probably getting petty thefted. Honestly, if Prince loses this match, it's a really big deal. It's a really big deal. Can Willow Guys be modern playable? Yeah, we're gonna try it probably. Kovacs, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I have some subscribers. I don't really like to talk about it that much, to be honest. I just kind of feel like I just don't want to have the stream be too focused on the money, you know, subscriber goals. I'm definitely very fortunate to just not have to worry about it that much and not feel like I need to talk about it all the time. Cyber guards are only available on CFB at the moment, yeah. Can they even attack me with Borrower? I don't really think so. Yeah, I just kind of like the stream to be focused on the Magic. I want to say I'm definitely like very fortunate to be able to like just focus on Magic on the stream, right? Where I don't have to like constantly remind, you know, or like, you know, push and fish, whatever. For subscriptions. I'm really scared by this attack, but I think we take it. I definitely am very fortunate to be in this position, but it is nice. We just kind of like, I think we've got an understanding here. I don't fish for subs, and chat understands I need subs to live, and everything's been good for a while. It's also, of course, like, it's also, of course, good that I channel Fireball too. What is my job in real life? I do this full time. This is my full-time gig. I also write for Channel Fireball, so I'm a full-time Twitch streamer and then like a part-time writer for Channel Fireball, basically. But I've been doing Magic content full-time for over a year now. I used to be an IT guy. That was the last non-content job I had, I guess. I've worked a lot of restaurant jobs. I've worked a lot of construction jobs, or not a lot, but some. Tram, thank you for your subscription. ASP Ferk, thank you for your subscription as well, and Deem for the 5-pack. Why can't I use Prime on Spike? That's probably Jeffrey was upset with me. Rosen, thank you for your gifted sub. Appreciate you. I mean, there are some people who stream full time and and also have full time jobs too. I for a long time was still working my day job and streaming like 30 hours a week. I did that for over a year. Stream 30 hours a week, did my day job, loved every minute of it. Got laid off, and then Twitch, was like, all right, well, there was a lot of overwhelming support immediately, and I've been in a very good position where I've been able to just do this the whole time since then. Honestly, getting laid off was maybe just the best thing that's ever happened to me. I guess we should play around a burn spell, huh? Ghost Dad, thank you for your subscription. And Dragon for the 5-pack. Yeah, I mean, it of course helps that I already was playing obscene amounts of Magic, right? So I was, I spent a long time developing skills and grinding before, and working really hard to get here. But also definitely got lucky, and obviously wouldn't be here without you guys. I don't talk about it enough. I don't talk about my the more sentimental side of things enough, to be honest with everybody. But I've never been particularly good at that. Did I thank you for the 5-pack, Dragon? I do appreciate you guys. Affinity 17 months. You guys have been crazy. So I imagine they minus, and then we go Bolt, Shadow, 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 right? Man, our opening hand was so bad. One mana 9/9s, huh? Pretty good. Let me get some water too. How many more subs for the hot tub stream with Doom and Prince? I honestly think that would be super fun. Be really hard though, because Doom is East Coast and Prince is South America, and I'm in Texas. I think it would be pretty funny though to do. Yeah, I guess I am kind of in the middle of Doom and Prince, so they can just meet me here. I'll buy the hot tub. What deck with the last trophy? Our last trophy was with this deck last week, actually. So we're finally ahead of Prince, but Prince is also currently 4-0 in a league. Prince is currently 4-0. When did I start streaming? July 2019. I think I started streaming May 2019. So I think you probably missed 1 month or a month and a half. Termagurf. Shout out to those first 2 weeks of streaming where it was just me and Archmage. Really, Archmage was my first real fan. That wasn't just a friend of mine in the chat. And it was, I think it was still even here today too, which is very cool. I did see the new Teferi. I wasn't a big fan of it. Oh yeah, Sky is Falling too. It was the first remember gifted so many subs. Then we met Sky is Falling at this is pre-COVID at one of the SCG opens, which was really cool. I think Rakdos is the best show for Lurrus Ragavan. I think it's good. I think it's really good. I've actually seen a lot of people playing it lately, which is great. But I like this deck too still. been feeling really good today. I want to build deck Rin 7. I like Rin 7 a lot too. That card is really powerful. But it is 5 mana. Oh, you go back down to December 2019, my first appearance on the Dive Down. I'd actually it's probably a good listen for people who are interested in Spike lore, I guess, but that was definitely like an interview with very early into streaming career aspiring Spike. Does Torp Orb do anything against Black Green Yawgmoth? Not very much, no. It's not worth bringing in. Giant Hobbit, 7 months. Appreciate you. Maiden, thank you for Twitch Prime. I'm sorry for fishing, I guess. We can go back to never fishing again. What's my win rate been with Black Red Lurrus decks? High. I don't know. I don't keep track of like very specific numbers like that. It's been good. It's been good. Okay, they drew another Shardless Agent. So they are going to get some Rhinos in play. But maybe our Shadows will be big enough, huh? Problem is they've got this Dead Gone here, so if I go down to 11, they can kill a Shadow. So we need to like draw Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize would be a really good draw. I guess I'll fetch Shock here. We're kind of locked into it anyways. Yeah, the Pioneer days are really fun. A long time ago, different lifetime. Shuffle away the Steam Vents. Put Lurrus in my hand, and my opponent will be able to resolve Rhinos, but then we can go... If they attack me down to 9, we can chuck down to 7 and play 2 Death Shadows. Might still die. You can also find Explosives. We have 3 Explosives. Pretty good. How did I sideboard versus Yawgmoth the deck? We actually just sideboarded against them, but I brought in just the 3 Terminates for 3 Ragavans. Not a very good monkey matchup. If they have Force of Negation for this Explosives, it's bad. Yeah, it is really cool to like always hear like what decks brought people to the chat or to the channel, because I would say the majority of people started following because they saw one deck that I was working on and liked it and followed, right? And then there's usually a process where I stop playing that deck for a while, and then they're like, wait, I thought this was a Grixis control stream. I thought this was a Pioneer stream. I thought this was a Eldrazi stream. But this is really a just do new things constantly stream. Yeah, Toski stream. Found you while watching Harry. Yeah, I love Harry. Harry's been around since like the beginning, of course. Nasif too. Visions, thank you for Twitch Prime. If you ever picked up a prison deck, those friends are fanatics. Yeah, the prison players are something else. Yeah, the Gingerbread Cabin deck, I love that one. That was really good. Yeah, the OG Grixis into the story. Yeah, the Miracles deck, rest in peace, Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, that stream where I won the PTQ on stream with Miracles, that's still probably my favorite stream I've ever done. It's gotta be. There had his Violent Outburst mystery card. I don't think I'm playing Ragavan because I just don't want to die to 2 burn spells. Although I guess I don't need to hold up explosives here. I'm just gonna cast Ragavan. I don't think I need to dash. Is that stream on YouTube? I don't think so. Which deck has the worst community? Whichever deck I'm currently playing, probably. Yeah, the Pioneer Wilderness Wreck, Gearhulk, Sublime Epiphany. I think that deck was like the last one I went back to Pioneer for. Can someone record Prince, see if... Maybe Prince isn't actually playing the 5-0 match right now. Yeah, I saw the ghost. I think Shane linked it too. But yeah, this is the first podcast I ever did with anybody. It was like the dive down, and I actually ended up like meeting the dive down guys at GP Phoenix like just a little bit after that podcast. It was really cool to like hang out. We had Trophy 37 with this deck like just last league. Between matches. Okay, so Prince isn't currently playing, I see. Yeah, now we're internet friends. Now I've done probably like close to 10 podcasts with the dive down. Maybe not, maybe like 8 or 9. What's so good about Dead Gone? So what's nice about Dead Gone in my opponent's deck is that it has a mana value of 4. So when they cast Charlotte's Agent and Violent Outburst, they can't cascade into it. And it's also a 1 mana answer to Monkey. And it bounces Murktide Regent, which is nice. More than I think, really? I believe you. Yeah, if we can get back like 2 trophies ahead, I'll feel pretty good. But we're not letting up anymore. We have like 6 days left in this race. We cannot afford to slack at all. Oh, dude, I love that Just Go Wildfire deck. Alright, I think I'm going to cast the Dress Down, put my opponent to 2. Keep the explosives up for the Violent Outburst. Yeah, 4-0 drop from Prince, just to keep it interesting. Yeah, the Brain in the Jar deck was really cool. Yeah, I used to be able to cast the other half with Brain in the Jar. Really weird card. Yeah, the Just Guy Wildfire deck was... I love that deck. Alright, we're won our last 6 matches with Grixis. Tried to, have a friendly, smiling picture. I usually like to give a thumbs up. But I really dislike how like, esports is full of, like... nerds. It's like, just like, goofy nerds predominantly make up esports, and every single, like, or most esports organizations have them all in a jersey. It's like the skinny kid in an oversized jersey, and he's mean mugging. Rah, rah. My name is Thunder Smasher 420, and I'm here, and I'm the best League of Legends player ever. I will destroy you. I'm a 16-year-old kid, my jersey doesn't fit. I've never lifted a weight ever. This is esports, baby. Yeah. Drip Jutsu, cool username. Thanks, buddy. How wide this race started? I don't know. It's all a blur now. A good question. One I should probably have the answer to. I don't know. I thought it would be fun to challenge myself. We're already having a good beginning of the season, and I thought it would spice up the stream and keep me motivated, and it has. I'll destroy you as soon as I get home with my homework. I don't know. Yeah, but a good smile and a thumbs up. That's what esports needs. Play an Arbor Elf, please. Flooded Strand, Temple Garden, huh? How long is the season in total? It ends. It started July 7th, and it ends next Wednesday, or it ends a week from today. But it ends like around this time, or a little before the time, a week from today. So we really don't only have like 6 days left. They have an island on top. Okay, well, I've got lots of answers to Monkey. So they're a 4-color Monkey deck. Interesting. Shadow's execution for 10 different decks to be published on deck dubs in a season. Did I do that this season? I don't know. I don't like trying to high roll them. Like, it's honestly like the deck publishing is like kind of a bad move, since at this point, basically every single time I'll 5-0 with a deck or brew a deck, and then I'll post it on Twitter or on stream, and someone else will pick it up 5-0 with it, and their name will get published and not mine. And so I don't want to discourage that at all. I can see how many I got this season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not too bad, but not all different decks. We don't want to start my own MTGO trophy race event. I mean, isn't that what this is? I don't know. I'm not really that into the idea of casting or, you know, commentating. I did it once. It was fine. But I found it a lot less fun than what I normally do, you know. And I know that the stream is popular or whatever, but I just found it to be less fun. Yeah, like, yeah, the idea of, like, organizing and setting up a big tournament series, I just don't think it's for me. There's, like, other people who really like the idea of that. But it's just not really my thing, I think. Yeah, people like Cedric, P. Sully, they're much better commentators than me. I probably should tap the Watery Grave. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Endurance, I think. Definitely, I think. You just dash the monkey. Soul Guide Lantern over... Yeah, Soul Guide Lantern I think is honestly better than Spellbomb, even in the context of... so usually the answer is Soul Guide Lantern plays around Leyline of Sanctity, which is really relevant, especially against Living End. But I also think it's true that I still kind of prefer Lantern because it's better against Reanimator, where they'll go Unmarked Grave, put an Archon in the yard, and then you can Lantern exile that Archon, and then have a second piece of Graveyard Hate up. Well, oh, they're Elementals? Oh, I don't know how I didn't realize they were Elementals this whole time. I thought they were just some janky brew. So I guess we go Heat. Just trade Ragavan for Ending, I think, too. Could have dashed. I think I just want to trade it. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's better against Reanimator too because it's like two pieces of Graveyard Hate against their spells, and also when you're playing Drown in the Loch, like a lot of times you want Lantern in the Kroxa mirrors, but if you exile their graveyard with Lantern, you turn off your Drown. But you can just like Lantern, exile Kroxa, draw a card, and then your Drowns are still on too, which is kind of nice. So I think just Lantern typically across the board is stronger. That's about commentating. Yeah, I think I said my piece on it. Just not really for me, you know. Why trade there? Can't you dash and have Drown up? Because I think the Channeler is a bit stronger here, and I would rather have the Channeler going than the Ragavan at this point in the game. Because if I don't trade Ragavan for Ending, I have to trade Channeler for Ending. And Channeler is just a 4-turn clock. It's going to give me card selection off the top of my library. Yeah, we did trophy with Grixis. What a good draw. I'm probably supposed to Lurrus in my hand here. It's not that likely that they have two relevant spells. That's one at least. I have 2 mana left. Hey Emma, how you doing? Yeah, we did trophy with Grixis. We've won our last 6 matches with this deck, which is pretty cool. So we should be up a game against Elementals here. I don't think there's anything they can top deck because they don't have Cavern. Okay, let me sideboard real quick, and then I'm going to get some water. So last time I brought in the Terminates, and I cut 2 Drowns and an Iteration. Alright, be right back. Okay, thank you for your patience, everybody. Good hand. Yeah, the lawnmower is outside, like... Yeah, it's like 2 times a week there's somebody doing lawn work outside. It's kind of a lot. Also adjusting the discard removal spell split or heat. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to recommend changing too many things when we've won like our last 6 matches. I'm pretty happy with the list at the moment, but obviously there's always room for improvement, always room for changes. What would I add to the board if I wanted more game against Strong? Yeah, that's kind of the problem, right? I know that Alpine Moon can be awkward against Blast Zone. At one point I was playing 4 Alpine Moons with the thought that you just name Blast Zone with like the first or second one, you know? And I think that that is a totally fine way to approach it, but I also don't think there's like a super elegant answer. Yeah, you could play Break the Ice, but Break the Ice is not incredibly easy to cast. Okay, so we can dress down into Thoughtseize plus Kroxa here. Which version of Creativity? I like the ones that play 1 Velomachus, 1 Emrakul. I think that's a really elegant solution to like the problem of like being soft to 1 removal spell, or you know Emrakul being better than Velomachus some amount of the time. I like that version. Or Black Green Painter's Servant with 4 Mandek Veil. Ugh. Wasn't it? I thought it was green white, right? Because I was playing Mirren Crusader. It was like so I once, you know, at one point took suggestions for cards to build around. I might still have it. And this was like maybe the worst deck I ever built for like a donation build around. B-Rock, thank you for your gifted sub. But I've almost definitely deleted it. Scrubbed it from the annals of history. But it was I think it was green white. I think it was green white with main deck Veil of Summer. And main deck Mirren Crusader, and then it was also main deck Devout Lightcaster. And so you would name black, and you could Devout Lightcaster permanents. Did I see Bring to Light Ponza? Yeah, this was like back when Expressive Iteration was pretty new, and I was just trying to like see kind of what was possible with it. And like Expressive Iteration was pretty cracked in this deck, but the rest, like just like specifically drawing Valky was always felt so bad. But you splash blue for Bring to Light, Valky, and Iteration. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Oh, they're gonna... They pitched Ephemerate. They could have just... They didn't have to do this. Yeah, this is fine. Green White Painters on YouTube. Awesome. Good catch. Let's see. So the first deck today, I was asked to build around Painter Servant. Yeah, this deck was really cool. This is... Oh, it's got the old background, too. A really weird card. Okay. As it enters the battlefield, all cards that aren't on the battlefield and the old background are on the battlefield are all one. But yeah, so the idea is you have Eldarmor's Call, Vial, you can Painter Servant on black, you have Ariok Champion, which becomes True Name Nemesis, pro black. You have Devout Lightcaster, Mirren Crusader, and 4-man deck Veil of Summers. The deck was like real bad, but it was also real sweet, right? Same hoodie, yeah. It's raining today. I was excited I got to wear this hoodie again. So it's always like very comfortable. Yeah, same shirt, different day. I want to do a new background soon, but I don't know what to do. Alright, one card type away from Delirium. I don't really like the new Teferi that much. I mean, it's cool. The +1 might be better than I think it is, but I don't think so. Yeah. Now is finally the time for Painter to shine. What do you think of Willow Guys? Could be addition to Mono Green Eldrazi Stompy. You would need more synergies with it. But it is a card that I like. I'll say that I like it. If I go down to 3, do I die to anything? Guess we could just play around on random lightning bolts. Doesn't really change your clock that much. Make a collage of all the terrible decks chat tells you to play. Yeah, maybe. I'm honestly really liking how the collage is totally deteriorating before our very eyes. I think it's a good metaphor for how the quality of the channel is declining a lot. But I do want to do something new. I'm just not sure what. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll have an idea. Yeah, it's a really good metaphor for my mental state. Life Gain Storm. These Pauper Storm decks are just so ridiculous. Like, I don't want to... I can tell that this card, Marding Blight Priest, is the win condition, but I don't want to Google what that does. But Elementals is, pretty popular again. We've played against it twice today, and, like, if Elementals is popular, it like, really does prey on the red-black decks. And so... But this version with the main deck dressed down, really, like, the matchup is just totally fine. I did not really want to draw the 5th land. I'm fetching Shocking here because if I draw a Thoughtseize, I could potentially play Shadow next turn. Guess I'm taking the counter spell. A little bit scared of that Murktide Regent though. I'm glad we have the 3rd Terminate in the board for this matchup. Really just like that 3rd Terminate I think matters a ton. Dash the monkey. Thank you, Ragavan, for getting Scalding Tarn off the top, though. Pretty happy with that exchange. How many points to play Pauper after the race? I'll actually just turn this into a Pauper stream free of charge. I have a friend of mine who loves Pauper. Is always, asking me about doing Pauper streams. I always say no. And that's because I hate fun and hate trying new things. Canister, thanks for the raid, dude. Welcome back. I hope you had a good vacation. Can I get some faithless lootings in chat, please? Where are the lootings? There they are. There they are. Wait, always try new things on stream? Yeah, I'm just teasing. Any teasers in chat? So I think my opponent, if they have counterspell, they'll counter iteration. And if they don't, we can just find another heat, I guess. Always really nice to be able to heat Murktide. It's Michael, Jeff. How many subs to add Valky? I'll just do that too. Free of charge. Free of charge. Am I casting this Thoughtseize? I don't think that I am. How many subs for 24-hour stream? Well, 24-hour stream might just happen in 6 days too. At the end of the trophy race. It won't be an official 24-hour stream, but it will just be a stream as long as I can. You know, if maybe we could get like really lucky and pull like really ahead, but I don't really anticipate it because you know, Prince is just a super fierce competitor. Definitely a great rival to have. If we Thoughtseize, we lose to Bolt. See what they're drawing. Canal. So if their hand's Bolt, good for them. Okay. Why would you not cast Iteration there? Oh, they just drew it off the Bauble, that's why. And then I don't have enough black mana to go Lurrus Shadow. Without fetch shocking, but I guess I know my opponent's drawing Canal. So it should be pretty safe to go Lurrus Shadow then. Yeah, this should win. This should win actually. I tried the John Vine deck and was disappointed against small sample size. Yeah, I think that deck's probably like a little inconsistent and very soft to graveyard hate, but I don't know. It might be a small sample size too. I didn't have time to try it, so I do appreciate you telling me that you tested. A 518-hour stream of sleeping. That was Ludwig, right? Who did the longest stream ever. I'm not really familiar with too many like big streamers. I really just like watch Dark Souls no-hit streamers and other Magic streamers. Yeah, I think Nassif has popularized the main deck explosives. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's fine though. Yeah, but I heard about the crazy long uninterrupted stream. We got the 37th trophy with this deck. It was last league. We've won our last 7 matches so far, and we're up a game. Feeling pretty good today. Maybe the slump is over. That wasn't the issue if you actually saw the list in Doom stream. I was tuning in and out of Doom stream. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what list you're talking about. I haven't played Dredge lately. I don't usually like to play decks unless I'm like working on them too, and I don't really have any ideas on how to innovate Dredge. At the time of making this comment, you know, maybe I'll try some Faithful Mending. I said it right. Faithful Mending. Not sure if the deck wants Bloodghast and Zero Fury. Yeah, all seem like reasonable points. So it'd be kind of nice to go end of turn Dress Down, untap Kroxa. B-Rock gifting a sub. Thanks, B-Rock. Is there any options to get modern for a deck for about $300? Well, I've actually been working on some budget guides for Channel Fireball for decks that are like a little suboptimal but will be like playable at your like LGS meta, which is I think like what most people are looking for, just something they can play with their friends. I actually recently put together a it should be out like today or tomorrow, but for the Eldrazi deck, I put together a budget version that's like has like a pretty that's like $170 to get into, and then has got like a pretty good easy upgrade path where you can, you know, get hierarchs and force of vigors and endurances if you like that deck. And then I built a blue-black Thing of the Ice control deck that also like with the idea that one's gonna be like relatively easy to upgrade as time goes on. And there are cheaper decks that are more competitive that you can get into, but like a lot of the times there aren't like archetypes that players find fun. Where like you can play Burn or like Mono Red Prowess for pretty cheap, but you know like your time spending Magic is really important, right? And if you just don't like aggro strategies, which a lot of players don't, I think it's important to like maybe just play a more budget version of a deck you like, and then eventually get into, you know, a less budget version. Yeah, Emma also has really good budget content. Yeah, Emma's definitely way better. We still have exclamation point Emma, right? Although not still affiliated with TCG, right? Threads of Disloyalty. Golly. So I don't have Delirium yet. But now I do. They have one card in their hand. I think I'm just going to play the 1/1 Shadow. Use my mana. If they kill it, I get to escape Kroxa. Yeah, Threads is great. Here, Emma, how about this? I'll make you a mod. And then you can update the Emma command. Let's say not for now. Okay, well then I'll make you a mod anyways, and then when you say, oh, I think I got it right that time. And then you can just update the Emma command whenever you're ready. Any thoughts to Ragavan over Shadow last turn? We didn't have enough black mana, right? Or we could have tapped our mana differently. May have been a bit better to do that. So they're drawing Murktide Regent. I do have Terminate up for that. Just gonna skip Kroxa again. Where did I post the budget Eldrazi? So it's in part. So I wrote a deck guide for the non-budget. Wait, they didn't draw two, and they didn't counter. What the hell? Oh, they must know about the Murktide Regent from Sarah Visions. That's right. Okay. So I wrote a non-budget deck guide for Channel Fireball, like I do with a lot of decks I work on, and then just at the end of that article, I posted what a budget version would be. They dead. Yeah, they're dead even without the Ragavan dash. What's about the Reclamation deck? No, this is for Mono Green Eldrazi. But I also did a budget guide for Reclamation and did one for Dimir Control. Just like how you could build like budget versions. This is the second league in a row where we've started off 3-0-6-0, by the way. We only lost one game last league, and this so in the last 7 matches we've lost one game. Or 8 matches. We lost one game to Elementals last league. Yeah, Etron is our worst matchup. That's definitely what we want to avoid. Lost a die roll. Passable hand, not great though. I haven't tried Zombies, but Zombies is another deck that's going to get a lot of upgrades with the Innistrad set, so I'm just kind of waiting for that set to revisit the zombie archetype. Thank goodness it's just a Godless Shrine over there, huh? The least threatening turn 1 play, Godless Shrine tapped. They have a Marius Call on top. We're swimming in the sewer today, boys. We're swimming in the sewer. So we draw a Channeler. I guess I want to go Heat plus Inquisition. Make sure to find a buddy when you're swimming in the sewer. It can be quite dangerous. I honestly don't know what Wizards was thinking, printing Grief into Modern. It's like it's almost as if they didn't even realize that Ephemerate was in the format too. It's just so broken to have Grief and Ephemerate in the same deck. I don't know. I kind of sound like maybe a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but I almost feel like Wizards was intentionally trying to destroy Modern by allowing Grief and Ephemerate to coexist in the same format, which is why I like to advocate for instead of letting Grief into the format like every other Modern Horizons 2 card, I thought it would have been wise if Wizards had just gone ahead and pre-banned Grief. I thought that pre-banning Grief would have been a good solution to Wizards' obvious and unforgivable mistake. I can keep that. Look at this. They have both Grief and Ephemerate. It's just honestly egregious, and I hope that Wizards learn from their mistakes one day. What's my Titan matchup like? Dress Down is really good against Titan. I tend to find it to be fine. When will they learn? When will they learn that their actions have consequences? They didn't even draw step Ephemerate. Alright, I always have to rethink about how to sideboard for the sewer. Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever beaten the Grief Ephemerate deck. We're not going to win this match. We don't really have a chance, but... I probably want to go down on discard. Kind of want to play the first Flusterstorm. Dress Down's pretty good against them. This is probably fine. I don't think Terminate's that good against them. Yeah, Kai is really scary. Yama's on board with pre-banning Grief, it seems. Yama seems very on board with everything I've been saying. Put him almost to 6. No Scourge of the Skyclaves. Scourge of the Skyclaves and Dress Down is a big nombo. Dress Down kills your Scourge of the Skyclaves. Don't play the two cards in the same deck. Ah! Damn it! Every time. Every time they have it. I don't know. Maybe we should add 4 Grief and 4 Ephemerate to this deck. I mean, it's, yeah. It's pretty good. I think Scourge is unplayable now that Just Down is in the format. Not really. Actually, I've been playing a little bit with, like, Red-Black Scourge off stream and liking it. I really need to fix my decklist names. But I was playing a little bit with this off stream last night. Like, Flame Rift, like, with Scourge has been pretty good, I think. It's also good with Shadow. I thought about playing some of this today. If we have, like, an hour left at the end of the stream, maybe I'll play it. But I've been working on this deck a little bit. I guess I'm just going to get their last card out of their hand with Kroxa. Those Persist. So they are a Reanimator deck. Wait, hold on. They're playing Persist and Sanctifier? Isn't that just, like... a big nombo? Do we need to draw Dress Down to deal with this? They're probably playing the white Persist payoff. Maybe, yeah. But they're also, I'm sure, playing Archon too. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Just, it does feel like a little bit of a nombo. Not the end of the world. No, Sanctifier is symmetrical. Sanctifier is symmetrical. That's all graveyards. Okay. It is good against Drown. Against Cauldra. That's a nice one to pick up. So I guess we go Bolt, Grief, Drown, Stoneforge, attack with the team. Oh my gosh, I'm so fucking dumb. We just got done talking about it too. We just got done talking about it. Big yikes. I blame Grief for this. It's okay, we'll just draw the best possible, huh? Any best possiblers in chat, huh? Oh, man. Is there another way to kill a Sanctifier Dress Down? Yeah. We have explosives too, I guess. But I don't have explosives in the deck at the moment. Alright, just turn your Sanctifier and Cauldron Complete into chump blockers. Turn these into 13/13s and draw a card. Undying Evil. Okay. Acceptable, I guess. Oh, right. I forgot that never mind. I forgot that the shadows shrink again. So that was a trade. Okay, we're still playing this game. So I think we Lurrus in hand. Pass. Yeah, Undying Evil on Sanctifier is pretty funny. Okay, they're getting pretty close to equipping. Okay, they sacked a land, so now they're further away from equipping. No grief one time. I don't think I'm casting Thoughtseize. I could probably go to 5. They could have a Solitude. What do I get punished by if I go to 5? Brutality. Them killing this. I guess we could Thoughtseize. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, they usually you can't target Sanctifier with Undying Evil. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Lurrus can flash. Yeah, you can play Dress Down at instant speed with Lurrus. So they play the clearing we know about. If they sack it, that's good for us. Okay. Yeah, Dress Down also good with Delirium, good with Lurrus, good with Kroxa. Just great. Good against the cards you're soft to. I guess we main phase. Oh. Okay, now we have Drown Up. Fuck. Dude, I played this game so badly. Played this game so embarrassingly badly. I could have just killed both. Probably still gonna win. Yeah, I forgot that the Sanctifier has a counter on it. Sanctifier had a counter from the Undying Evil, so it didn't die to heat. We deserve to lose this game. This is like our second, like, just back-breaking mistake. Things are murky in the sewer, alright? Things are murky in the sewer. Alright, so I think we're supposed to go Iteration. See if we find removal spell. Don't. You find Kroxa. So we can get basic mountain. Kroxa, Dress Down. Or, you know, opposite order. Why not double Kroxa? Well, if they're not dead if they have a spell, if we do that, I kind of just like getting the threat in play, right? But double Kroxa would probably... I mean, both lines probably win there. Dude, that was like the worst game we've played all day, maybe all week. Easy win. We trophied our last league. We won eight more games in a row. Let's get a prediction going, I guess. Yeah, I still won very easily. Deck is carrying, I guess. Where do I stand on the Modern Green Eldrazi? I think I like the deck. I think it's competitive. That being said, at the end of the day, it's like a green aggressive deck. It's going to be weak to like many of the similar things that the Banth Eldrazi was weak to, and I think it is a competitive deck, but it's also like definitely not going to be good in a metagame where I found it to be bad against elementals, Greentron, and then combo decks, and then good against DRC Ragavan decks, good against control, and like kind of medium against Hammer Time. Very good against Living In because of the endurances. Bad against Rhinos, medium against Hammer Time because you do have a lot of sideboard cards against them, but game 1 is tough. How do I vote the Orzhov Stoneblade type decks? I'm not a big fan. Okay, Hammer is a good matchup. It's a lot better in sideboard games, but definitely fun game one. It's a good draw. Any prize for trophy winner? I've made a bet with chat that I have to gift 400 subs, 3 pointed damage. Let's go. 400 subs if if I'm not trophy leader at the end of the season. That's the prize is not losing like $1,000. This doesn't feel very good, but I'm gonna kill this. Rhino seems to have disappeared from the metagame. No, it's still popular. It's still one of the better decks. Well, need to find another drown. All right. All right, you get your 11, or you get your card. Bauble. So let's go iteration. Can't cast that. 1 life too high or low, whatever. I know you get punished, but we're trying to play around with Drown. I wanted to use my mana there, where if I don't cast the Drown, I don't get to use my mana at all. And like my opponent's not that likely to turn on the Drown for me. And I have nothing in my hand to like kill a creature so I can kill a Sentinel. So I just wanted to use my mana there. Was the thought process. Got a Shadow Spear. If they don't have a land, then we get to chump block and then search, you know, furiously for a second copy of Drown, and if we find it, we've got a chance, and if we don't, we'll just go to game 2. You can't target something that doesn't have a that isn't a legal target with Drown. All right, bubble ourselves, Channeler, shuffle. So you just get a mountain. Then I guess I'm going to dress down so I can block with Channeler. I can't keep Bolt. I need to find Drown. It's the only card that does anything. 2 more looks. Okay, this keeps us alive technically, but we're just like, you know, our opponent's drawing so many cards off Sentinel. But we can block Sentinel and then... So if they cast Shadow Spear here, I have to dress down after Shadow Spear resolves, right? Well, I didn't play the Kroxa because I was dead. So yeah, so if I dress down in response, I stop Paladin from drawing a card, but then Sentinel gets trample, right? But if I wait till after, yeah, or you have to wait till after it's attached. That's what I believe. Yeah, the Sigarda's Aid still triggers, but dress down is going to turn off the trample. So I'm not just dead here, but they get to draw a million cards. We're really behind. But we're not dead. Just like almost have no chance to win. I don't know. I've had crazier comebacks than this. We've had a lot of looks at the second Drown. Unfortunately, it just maybe is not in the cards, huh? Okay. Let's go to game 2. Hammer matchup seems tough. No, it's favorable. I've played this matchup a lot. You also have a lot of good sideboard cards. You can lose, of course. You can lose any matchup, but I've found it to be favorable. It's about what we do. I'd say maybe Kunda Ornithopter was a bit loose. I don't know. We're incredibly soft to hammer still. We're incredibly soft to land hammer. Like, maybe my opponent plays around interaction and we could try to draw out of it. But I think just not playing around land hammer and getting to use my mana there is better. Yeah, I usually keep 1 monkey, especially on the play. The first one's like, it's just usually fine to draw. What types of blue decks is Dimulage good in? Aggro, blue-red burn type decks or decks with counter spells? Not decks with counter spells. But yeah, more prowess type strategies. Yeah, Snowlands just in case you hit like Onto Ice with Ragavan. But there's no downside to playing Snowlands, so don't overthink it. You know, I mean, nobody's going to side and break the ice against me, right? Like, I know that's like the actually answer. No one is going to side and break the ice against me. And if they do, I honestly, it's an upside. It's an upside if like your opponent has break the ice to their sideboard and they bring it in against you. Like, you're honestly like even happy to trick them into doing that. Like, I would choose for my opponents to board and break the ice against me every single game. Is just get Mercside still viable? I think so. I haven't played it in a while. I can't imagine that it's just bad. Alright, let's go. Yeah, break the ice people would only cite it in against Tron usually, or Urza Saga. Yeah. It is a good sideboard card against those decks, but it's not a good sideboard card against my deck. Opponent. Opponent. Okay. Weird hand, but keepable. I don't want to Alpine Moon on 1 because I might want to chow explosives on 1. I don't want to Alpine Moon on turn 1 because I might want to cast Engineered Explosives X equals 1. So let's just play the Blood Crypts, hold up Heat. Just gonna hold up mana here. I don't want to just play the explosives on 1 and have my opponent have the information that they need to play around it. I would rather them commit a bit more. I think I'm gonna use Unholy Heat to answer this, since Terminate can answer a creature that has a hammer on it. I think it's got more of a premium, although maybe with my very mana heavy, my very expensive hand with a lot of mana. Yeah, I'll use Terminate for mana efficiency. I think that's probably more relevant in this game specifically. Okay. So no third land yet. At this point, there is change your opinion on winning because of clock? No, of course not. Of course not. Shoot. Why is this just the perfect card here? Of course I use my Terminate, which maybe was a mistake, huh? I can't believe it. Their draw is lined up so well against mine. I mean, the hammer's gonna get me either way here, because all of a sudden the heat's gonna be turned off. We're like pretty cold to it. They might play around more interaction, but I think we have to dress down. And we're not just dead to hammer. They have to have a second one. We're gonna end up going to 3. But this does feel terrible for anybody wondering. I just like. Once to be mana efficient, doesn't play explosives 1, won't dress down to find a land until end of turn. I mean, man, I feel like you're just being super duper nitpicky. Where I said I didn't play explosives on turn 1. Turn 1 is a very different dynamic before we know we're missing land drops. It's usually really good to hold explosives to make them overcommit into it. Instead of spending 3 mana just to kill Sigarda's Aid, trying to at least get a 2-for-1 is really important. And then, like, holding the... Maybe I should have cycled the dress down end of turn. No. If I cycle dress down end of turn, they get to respond with their equipments, and they get to draw cards and attach it to the Paladin. You're wrong. And you're also just being, like, super nitpicky in a spot where my opponent's draw has lined up insanely well against mine, and there's not much I could have done with it. You're just actually in hindsight. Like, honestly, like, the only really big thing we could have done is play the Heat instead of the Terminate, and maybe we should have, but, like, with being stuck on lands, I think the line was totally fine. Just dead. Yeah, like Terminate versus Heat was, I think, maybe wrong. It was, like, at least close. just take the L, you know. Taking the L. Deck's still doing well. I'm gonna run it back one more time.